Before we begin, here's a disclaimer. The following footage is of a gameplay prototype version of my game. It does not contain any decent sort of graphics. It's meant to show the functionality and features that the game will have. Without further ado, I'm John W.E., and this is the Ravagers of Time. So in medieval times, it was often castle versus castle sieging. We have a castle, the enemies have a castle. The object is to blow up their castle before they blow up ours. To do that, we got a couple of classes. First off is the knight, with the standard sword and shield. A javelin to throw at the enemies and stab them if they're close, I suppose. And of course he's got a big battle axe to smash the enemies to bits with. Now the wizard has an ice staff, a poison staff, and a fire staff to shoot those big fireballs. The archer has a short bow with an alternate fire mode, somewhat like Legolas, I suppose, 7 arrows. Then he's got a sniper lightning longbow. Doesn't get better than this. Charge it up, and it unleashes a bolt of energy. Finally, an exploding bomb crossbow. Good for all your pesky rats in the dungeon. Talk to the shopkeeper and you can change your class. You can reload your health and ammo. You can buy weapons depending on what character class you are, and vehicles. The flying carpet isn't your standard old age fare. It actually has a turbo booster, so not only does it strafe, backward, forward, turn, but it has a boost. The catapult. Well, you gotta have a catapult in one of these games. You just dial in the range with your mouse wheel, pull back the trigger, and you can blow up the walls like there's no tomorrow. And buildings too. The battering ram is even better for blowing up buildings, but you gotta be right up next to them. Now the siege tower, really tall, good for getting on top of the walls without having to blow them up. Get a couple of friends along with you, and you can unload on the wall, be right inside the enemy castle before they know what hit them. Say it's a really early game and you haven't had enough money to get any of those. You can get a ladder for real cheap, just run over to the enemy castle, put it on the wall, and just walk right up. Say you put it in the wrong place or want to move the ladder for some reason. Pretty easy, just pick it back up and you're off and on your way. If your siege factory is dead and you can't buy vehicles, just throw a torch on the enemy buildings. It'll light them up and damage them until they die. But the enemies can stop it if they go to their well, grab a bucket of water, and throw it on.